Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be talking about travel must-haves. Now these are my travel must-haves, so if you're new to traveling or if you think that there's just something that you're usually forgetting, then this video is for you. Feel free to drop in the comments some things that I might have missed or what your travel must-haves are, because maybe there's something that I missed. Okay, so first things first, a pen. Now, I know it's like, a pen? What do you mean a pen? But you'd be surprised how many people forget to bring a pen with them on the plane, and you need it to fill out forms. Doesn't matter where you're flying to, unless you're flying domestically, chances are you're going to need a pen to fill out either a customs form, a declaration form, or you might just want to feel like writing something out of boredom. I've been a victim of this and I've forgotten a pen, and it's so hard to get one. The flight attendants usually don't like to share their pens, and I guess, they're afraid that they won't get them back. And usually your neighbor is in the same predicament you are and they forgot a pen. Especially now during COVID times, people are probably a lot more hesitant to share their pens. So always remember to bring your own pen, or bring 2 or 3. Next is a battery charger. Phone battery charger. So I like this one. It's really heavy duty. It's Anker brand. I'll put the link down below. But it does have 2 ports, so you can charge 2 things at once. It also comes with this for actually charging the battery itself. And they also give you a nice little pouch to carry it in. This actually, I've used it even during Carnival before, and I've just kept it in either the little backpack I've used or the fanny pack. It is a lifesaver when you're out and about and you can't actually get to an outlet to charge your phone or whatever else it may be that it needs charging. So you definitely want to invest in a good one so that it'll last. And it's something that I totally recommend. Like, it's a must-have. This is a travel must-have, a battery charger. Especially if you happen to forget the next thing I recommend, which is a universal charger. This is just half of it. The other half is missing, which means I need to purchase another one before I travel internationally. And a universal adapter is needed, especially if you're traveling overseas. So if you're from North America and traveling within North America, you probably won't need one. If you're in Europe and traveling within Europe, you probably won't need one. But if you're going across the ocean, you definitely will need one, because the outlets are different. So depending on which country you travel to, the outlets will be different, and you will need a charger. Again, I learned this the hard way. I'm from Canada. I traveled to London, England, and when I got there, I realized that the outlets were different. And I actually bought a universal charger from a small convenience store on the street. And I realized after that it was a dupe. It did not work. So I spent I think it was about 20 pounds for no reason. And I actually ended up having to buy a proper one from the airport, which, as you can imagine, cost me a lot. The person that was working there, the clerk at the airport, actually felt bad that I was sold a fake one, so he gave me a little bit of a discount. But nonetheless, it's better to buy it before you travel so that you're spending money while you're out trying to enjoy your vacation. So a universal adapter is definitely a must-have if you're going to be traveling to another continent. And you want to check first, do your research, and find out what type of outlet they do use there to make sure that universal adapter that you purchase does work. For the most part, if it's universal, it should work. The one that I have, it comes with about 3 or 4 different types of outlet plug thingies that you can kind of rotate around, and it converts to fit into different outlets. So I used it when I went to London. I used it when I went to Ghana. I used it in Dubai, and I also used it in Ethiopia. And I was able to pull things out and turn them around and stick them in, and that way it converted it. And then you would just stick your USB in here, and then that way it can charge your phone. And then the block part is actually what plugs into the wall outlet. So definitely a must-have. Also, something else that not necessarily a must-have, but it will come in handy if you're going to a tropical destination or you plan on doing any water activities, is a waterproof phone case that goes around your neck. I also recommend this if you're going to be doing any water activities that you want to take pictures. So if you're going to be doing jet skiing or swimming with dolphins, I used it when I went swimming with stingrays in Antigua. It's definitely something that you want to have so that you can keep your phone protected from the water, and so that, you know, when you want to take a quick flick, you can do that as well. For me, I was able to use it actually through the case, so I was able to just take the picture through the case, and that way I didn't even have to take it out and worry about my phone dropping into the ocean. Depending on how sensitive your phone is or how wet the actual case is, you may need to take it out. But for the most part, they do have kind of a section here that's a little bit thinner so that you could actually control it. And yeah, it comes in handy. I love this because, like I said, when I was jet skiing, I was able to be like, hey, look at me while I'm on the jet ski, and I didn't have to worry about my phone, you know, slipping out of my hands, dropping into the ocean. What I would say is that every time before you use it, before you go out on the water, just check to make sure that it's intact, because the last thing that you want to happen is for this to become disconnected while you're on the water, because then there goes your phone. So waterproof phone case, again, I'll put the link down in the comments. They're pretty inexpensive. They're even more inexpensive now. You can get like a pack of 5 in different colors. And then that way, if you happen to lose one like I did, then you have another one for your next trip. So you definitely gonna want this if you're gonna be on water doing water activities. And number 5 is not necessarily a must-have, but it's cute to have, and you know, it'll get you some looks in the airport, and it'll also protect your passport. And that is a passport cover. Let me take it out of the plastic. And yeah, this is mine, it's me. And you definitely want to have a passport cover if you're someone who, you know, maybe you like to keep lipstick or lip gloss or other things in your bag with your passport, and you're afraid of, you know, just getting marks or scuffs on the passport itself. It's cute, you know, you can put your passport in here. Like I said, this is mine, this is a custom one. Yours doesn't have to be custom. If you'd like it custom, I'm gonna shamelessly plug myself, I'll put the link in the comments. You can get them custom. But yeah, definitely, you know, when you pull it out, especially if it is custom, you pull it in the airport, people are gonna be like, ooh, who's she? Like, why does she have her face on her passport cover? Ooh, who's he? Why does he have his face on his passport cover? So definitely would recommend, if you're someone who or you're afraid of, you know, even I've seen some passports where they bend and they kind of fray, the pages get all, you know, messed up. You can just keep it in here and it'll actually protect the passport. You know, a drawback of using this is you do have to pull it out anytime you have to show it to a flight attendant or to customs, because you can't keep it in here. They want to actually see the thing. But that's literally an extra 2 seconds of you just pulling it out and putting it right back in to protect it. You know, speaking on custom items, I'm just gonna plug Custom to Fly in here right now. And you're also gonna want a luggage cover, which I would actually recommend over the passport cover, because especially if you check in your luggage, it does get scuffed, it does get scratched, trust me. If you have a hard case, it gets scratched, it gets scuffed. So you're gonna want a luggage cover. This is one of the ones, it's not custom, but this is one that it's one of the characters that they sell, Custom to Fly sells. And you just put it over your luggage and it zips on the bottom and it goes around the luggage. So here's a picture of how it looks. And yeah, especially if you're checking in your luggage, because you know the baggage people, they kind of just throw your luggage all around, and you want to have that there to protect the luggage from scratches, cuts. It might even deter. I've heard some stories of people saying that, you know, sometimes they found that their luggage has been gone into, not by customs, but I guess by some of the employees at the airport. So because this is on the bottom, it's not 100% foolproof, and you won't be able to put a lock on this part, but it might be the deterrent from someone being like, oh my God, I don't know how to figure out how to undo this and put it back on, so I won't, you know, even bother. Plus, when your bag is coming down the belt, it makes it very easy to spot your bag, especially if your luggage is a common color like black or navy blue. It makes it really easy to spot from afar. As you can see in the video, you can tell when it's coming, you know it's yours. Custom to Fly also does custom options. So if it's custom, then no one can even try and take your luggage because your face is on it, so they're not gonna get very far. So definitely recommend that if you have a hard case luggage, and especially if you check in your luggage, because like I said, it protects from scratches, scuffs, might protect against, well, will protect against theft because you know your face is on it, and it just makes it really easy to spot. Plus, when you're in the airport, people will actually whisper about you if you have your face on your luggage. Trust me, I'm not someone who, you know, likes to put my face out there. I'm kind of low key, but I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of felt like a celebrity when I was in the airport and people are whispering like, who's that? Why does she have her face on her luggage? And you know, people have even approached me and said, hey, where'd you get that from? And I'm just like, oh, you know, customtofly.com. So it's definitely something that, you know, if you like attention, or even if you don't, you know, you can either get a custom option or option one of the characters. Highly, highly, highly recommended. It's changed my life, like I said, because now the luggage cover gets the scuffs and scratches, and I just, you know, come home, wash it, and I don't have to worry about my luggage because my luggage was taking a beating. There was a lot of dents and stuff in it, so recommend that. And also, you know, if you're gonna go the whole custom route, you're also gonna wanna bring a sweater, especially if you're doing like an overnight flight or a long haul flight, a sweater or a throw or a blanket or something, because it does tend to get cold in the plane. So if you're gonna do that, then you're gonna wanna have a blanket, and why not get a custom blanket with your face on it from Custom to Fly. So yeah, that's me. And also got a blanket, so I highly recommend it. It's warm and it's big enough to wrap around me on the plane. So you're also gonna want to get a custom blanket. Just get everything from Custom to Fly, all the stuff that they have. It's, you know, a lot of travel accessories on there. But yes, so travel must-haves. Something else I would recommend are also to bring comfortable shoes, and not just for the plane, but also when you get to your destination, because I know, especially women, we forget sometimes that, you know, you're gonna want sneakers, and then you get to the destination, you realize that they have, especially if you're on a resort, or even if you're not and you're the type that is adventurous and you have to do some walking, or you have to do an excursion, or sometimes a resort, they'll have like rock climbing and things like that. If all you brought were flip-flops, sandals, and heels, you can't really take part. So you're gonna wanna bring a pair of sneakers. They tend to be heavier and bulkier, so I would say actually wear the sneakers on the plane, where you'll probably need it because it tends to be a little bit chilly. And then keep all your flip-flops and sandals in your luggage, and then that way you have a pair of sneakers to change into. And I usually bring an old pair of sneakers, especially if I know I'm going to be doing excursions. That way, if, you know, I find packing it back to bring home is too much, or if it gets really dirty, then I don't mind just leaving it and throwing it away, you know, at the destination, instead of having to bring it back home with me. So, you know, unless you plan on going out and trying to show off in the sneakers, I'd say bring a pair of old sneakers so that it's easier to dispose of. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below.